All right, once again, smoke and haze is a part of our forecast. This is going to continue on. This is all in part due to the Canadian wildfires. And of course, you can see here that it is going to continue all the way possibly into Thursday. And this will be for sensitive groups, then continuing on to unhealthy for all groups as we finish out the next few days. You can see that right here. All that is for the whole state as well as extending out to portions of Minnesota as well. We'll get into your forecast holding on to conditions like this. As you can see, temperatures in the 70s. And man, oh man, earlier this morning it was just absolutely perfect, but I went back out again just around the 10 o'clock hour or so, and that heat really started to pick up a little bit. And now we've seen a bit of an adjustment for the local forecast where you're going to be seeing it's going to probably feel a little bit warmer on your skin than just maybe a few degrees. In fact, we'll get into it here. As you can see, Tuesday's highs, we're looking at about 85 to 86 degrees for your forecast. You get up to Eau Claire, you're looking at 86. Now, earlier this morning, Eau Claire was about at 82 degrees or so, or 84 possibly. And now all that moisture has evaporated, it's in the atmosphere, and we have that extra heat here as well as swirling winds now, of course, increasing heat coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. So let's take it into account. We go into most of the locations now. Earlier they were showing thunderstorm activity as well as showers, and now you're not seeing any of that up to the north. We'll go back to again down to the south zone to Prairie du Chien, also drier conditions leaning all the way into areas by Richland Center and extending all the way up to Westby as well. Drier conditions holding on, but temperatures also in the 80s widespread. We'll be picking up again cooler conditions as we go into central zone. La Crosse holding on to 86 degrees, possibly may feel a little bit warmer on your skin, maybe feeling like it's in the lower 90s in some cases, and then continuing on up back into Eau Claire. Once again, they'll feel like they're probably in the lower 90s as well in your forecast. So let's take it into what we've got going on here. We've got some cloud cover that's going to come back again. We had this last batch that was just pushing toward going into areas by Prairie du Chien, and now more clouds coming back again for this afternoon. We'll hold on to this as we continue on with temperatures still feeling a little bit cooler on your skin. However, it's not like we've had over the last few days where it was like into the upper 100s, say in the upper 100s to around say 110 or less in the forecast. Now that was going on. We'll hold on to showers and storm activity coming back again from Minneapolis all the way down to the south. We'll also pick up this little weak bow echo trying to get into Rochester and trying to get closer to La Crosse. We'll see as you can get into it, you're going to be seeing it kind of slide right into our area about say the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hour in the morning. With that, it also has a bit of a circulation right here where we'll pick up that area of low pressure that's in there. So we have to keep an eye on that. There's no severe weather potential just yet, but we're also going to see how that all plays out. Getting out of the way by the noon hour, you're still seeing that still carry down to the south. So that may have a little something with it. We'll also go back to La Crosse where we're in the at least clearing skies holding on to some rainfall. We'll also see drier conditions all the way up to Ladysmith, but Eau Claire still has a little light rainfall. The more of this rainfall will continue to push down to the south and continue to drag out of the region. 6 o'clock is still here in the PM hour, so your evening commute may be a little bit on the wet side. So we'll carry over to drier conditions. You can see that kicking out, and by 6 o'clock in the morning, that should be done. We'll carry over to how this all shapes up over the next few days for you, my friends, as we carry into what's going to happen for us. We have cooler conditions today. We'll go into the 70s for tomorrow with those chances of shower activity now a 60% chance. Going into cooler conditions as you see for Thursday, 78 degrees to 79 degrees going into drier conditions for, well, the end of the work week going into your weekend where you're seeing Saturday mostly dry going into Sunday where you're going to be seeing it in the afternoon with increasing cloud cover going into at least mostly cloudy with showers overnight going into Monday. That is about a 10 to 20% chance. And then Monday it was about a 20% chance also, but now it seems to be backing off a bit about that. But we'll see more temperatures on the rise going to the rest of the week.
All right. Looks like a nice weekend too.
Indeed.
We just got to get there first, right? Thank you, Art.